Hello everyone, my name is Mike and this is Matrix to Paradise. This is the channel that I've created to document my journey from the Matrix, which was a truck driving job for me, to my personal paradise, which is moving overseas and recording stuff on video, mainly YouTube. Anyhow, I want to apologize. I haven't put out a video in a while. It has been raining like crazy every single day, so I haven't been able to really get. Now today it's really nice and sunny, so I'm probably going to go out and take some video today. But it's been raining like bad lately, so I just assumed it was going to, every day it's going to be raining because we're right in the middle of rainy season here, and it comes down like it's unpredictable, but usually around mid to late afternoon, it'll start coming down, and then it could be hours, or it could be quick, but you never know. But anyway, that's an excuse, so I'm putting that out there. But also, I've been meeting a lot of people. I think I've already mentioned that I've met Dave from Dave Does Cambodia, his channel. Awesome guy, and I promote his channel. Please go and click on Dave Does Cambodia. He has a lot of cool stuff on there, a lot of information that only a person who's been living here for the past 7 or 8 years, I think he's been here, would only know about living here in Siem Reap. So I met him. I've met a bunch of other different people here. There's a guy named Jim who is a former Marine MP just like me. I was a former Marine military policeman, and during about the same time that I was in too, he came in a little earlier than me, but left around the same time. But anyway, I met him. He has been traveling on the road for 11 years. 11 years he's been traveling around doing the slow travel type of thing that I really want to do. And the amount of knowledge I've gained from him is priceless. I mean, I'd be set back probably 6 months if I hadn't met him. I'd have to figure this stuff out by myself, and he gave me some great insight. The thing was, I was going by what I knew from the last time I was here, and how things worked, and how you got things done going back overseas and all that, or talking overseas or banking or any of that kind of thing. I was going by the knowledge I had from before. Well, it's like anything else, it's totally blown out of the water and totally different from 2019. So I've learned a lot, and you wouldn't believe. Some people think that they even tell me this when they come here. Tell me that they thought that, Cambodia was some kind of backwater, nothing going on here. They couldn't possibly be, digitally connected and all that. That's not true at all. In fact, they have a bank here called ABA Bank. And I believe it's a bank affiliated with a Canadian bank. But anyway, it's here in Cambodia. And everybody has this bank for transactions. You have a little QR code, and you can just scan to pay like a tuk-tuk driver. Like if you have an Apple phone, you have an Apple Wallet, and you get an ABA account here, you can just pay everybody with your phone. Bing, 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 It's amazing. It blows my mind what you can do with that. So the myth that these countries don't have Wi-Fi, they don't have, that's BS. The Wi-Fi here is better than I had in the States. I mean, I'd sit in a truck stop in a city like Houston or Dallas or something like that, and the truck stop had free Wi-Fi, and it would suck. That would not even be nearly as good as the Wi-Fi I get here. I uploaded, I think one of my last videos I think the last one, it was like a 24, 28 minute video, and I uploaded that video, which used to take me like 2 hours in the States when I was on the truck, took me like 10 minutes. A 28-minute video, 10 minutes, boom, done. Because I was at the Wi-Fi at the restaurant that I usually hang out at. I couldn't believe it, how fast it was. So that might be due to people using, too many people using the internet in the United States and all that. Might be due to that, and there's not as many using it here. Who knows? I'm just telling you it's faster here. Crazy faster. So, like I was saying, I met him, and Jim was the one that got me into going down and getting an ABA account, which I did. Also, he talked me into rebooting my Verizon account. Okay, so I had Verizon before I left, Verizon phone service on my Apple phone. So, Verizon's an excellent service. They're expensive, but they're excellent. But anyway, I was paying, I think, $100 a month or $110 a month for my service in the United States. When I came over here, I was going to cancel that and put a SIM card in my phone for here. Well, there's no longer, for Apple, there's no door on the side to pull out a SIM card. There's no more physical SIM card. It's all called eSIM now. And I was like, what the hell is an eSIM? It must be a digital SIM card that you can put in your phone somehow. That's what it is. I never even knew this stuff. So, again, this guy, Jim, friend of mine now, he helped me out with that. We went down to the local telephone company here, there's 3 of them working here. There's one called Metphone, one called Cellcard, and one called Smart. I went with Smart because I had read some stuff about them, and I guess they were good. Now Dave uses Cellcard. Dave does Cambodia, uses Cellcard, and he says it works great for him. I think it's cheaper for him, but I just happen to get Smart. I think they're all close to the same. I mean, I've never had any problem with it, but I put in an eSIM with that company. Smart, which is the company here. I got a Cambodian phone number, so in case this bank here needs to call me, they can call me on that phone number, or anybody here that's Khmer wants to call me, they can get that phone number. But the cool thing is I can still have my Verizon account on there. So what happened was, when I came over here, they switched me to this travel pass thing, which is sort of like a roaming charge thing. And I had to call them and say, look, I don't want to use the roaming stuff here because it's going to cost me a fortune. I said, and when I talked to this guy, Jim, this former Marine Jim, well, once a Marine, always a Marine, I'm just saying the formerly regular duty Marine. That's the way we put it, I guess. Anyway, Jim and he was telling me about the international plan that Verizon has. And so I looked it up. It's $87.32 or something for me. And only because I have a discount for being in the military and I have a discount for going paperless. Otherwise it'd be $100. But even at $100 a month, and you get to call back home in the States or anywhere in the world for free. Unlimited calls, unlimited texts. Now it has a limited amount of data for gigabytes and stuff like that. Now, I just manage that by not using it in case I need it somewhere in case the power goes out or something and I don't have internet, I'll use that. But otherwise, I never run out of internet at all because I get some from Smart as well. Smart is $10 a month. $10 a month, and I get a bunch of, I get free text and calls inside of Cambodia, which I needed the Cambodian phone number. That's why I got the Smart. So I needed that phone number. Because people here in Cambodia can't call you on your American line, which I still have my American phone number. They can't call you on that line. So you get a Cambodian number. It's cheap, so I just got it. So I pay less than $100 per phone, and I can call around the world and not worry about anything. No roaming charges, no, nothing. Just, I mean, it's literally $97 a month is all I pay. So, so I got that solved, and that's a totally different thing that I would never have thought of. But Jim pointed out a thing to me. He said, "Look, if your card gets eaten by your bank card gets eaten by the ATM, how are you going to call back to your bank or to your credit union?" And I said, "That's a good point. Because they won't take a Skype call or that you can't do business like that on the phone. You have to call them direct with an American line." So that's another big thing. This whole trip, like when you go and do something, like you're going to take a vacation, you're going to go to, Disney World or something, or whatever. You're going to take a cruise. You're going to go on. You're going to go to some other country. You're going to do whatever you're going to do on a vacation, or go camping, whatever. You have it in your mind. You have this little movie playing in your mind about what you're going to do and how it's going to work. And then you get there, and it's completely different. And I'm not talking in a bad way. This trip has been. I have learned more stuff on this trip since I've been here in Siem Reap from people that I have never met in my entire life. I've learned more stuff from these people. A big shout out to Jim, a big shout out to Dave from Dave Does Cambodia. I met a guy, last night I'm sitting at my favorite Mexican restaurant, and a guy walks by, his name is Warren. He walks by and says, "Hey, YouTube." And I was like, "Yeah, I have a channel." And he's like, "I know you." I said, "Matrix to Paradise." He goes, "Yep." And he comes in, sits down, we have a couple beers and had a great old talk. And he's been here for 4 months. So he's really loving this place. So, and, get to talk to people like this that have, the cojones to do this kind of thing. They have some information. And I like to pick all these people's brains because they run across stuff that is, and they think about how to solve problems in a totally different way than somebody else or myself. It's amazing what you can learn. And it's always good to gather as much knowledge you can from people that have the knowledge and be grateful for it. And I'm very grateful to these people. Anyhow, so it's been a real adventure learning new things about Cambodia and how to navigate here and how to be a slow traveler, which I really want to do in the future. The only thing that's really holding me back from doing slow traveling right now is just making sure that I can keep my budget where I need to keep it. What I'm going to do, I've been talking about working out and stuff, and I have a gym membership, and I was working out. But the years I spent in the military, I went from standing all the time and running in the military and standing all the time as a mailman to sitting all the time as the truck driver. And it really messed with my hip and my knee on my right side. So now it seems to be getting better the more weight that I'm losing. I'm actually shedding some pounds. It's going to be a slow process because I'm not going to the gym right now because it really aggravates my leg and my knee. So I'm going to give it a rest, let it heal, you got to let yourself heal and get yourself straight. So in the meantime, I'm being very good with my body. I am eating properly, eating one meal a day, eating good foods, I'm not eating sugars and crap, that are bad for you. Eating soups once in a while that I never did before. But I'm just eating a lot less than I was as far as calorie wise than I was even when I was truck driving. So It's going to slowly come off. And I think that's going to help with my knee and my hip problem. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to take a trip up to Manila in the Philippines. If any of you guys know better, let me know in the comments section. But I think that there is a VA hospital up there, or a VA clinic, I think, up there. And I think that you can go in there and they can do your evaluations for disability. I might be able to get disability with the stuff wrong with my leg and for sleep apnea, among other things. So if I can do that, get a little bit of disability on the side, it would be a huge game changer for my budget, and I would probably be able to move along and do the slow traveling before I hit 62 and my Social Security comes down the line. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to go up there. I think I'm going to wait. They say it's rainy season now, and it's typhoon season over there. So I'm not sure when I'm going to actually go. I'm not scared of the rain. I'm just trying to figure out a best way to go money-wise, so the tickets don't cost a fortune. Which, believe it or not, this is another thing I learned too. Even though Siem Reap has got a brand new international airport, which for some reason they built it like 20 miles out of town. It's 20 miles out, where the old one was right downtown. Not downtown, but right there. I mean, it was really close. 5-minute drive from downtown. And for some reason, the Cambodians, the Chinese built this airport 20 miles out of town, and it's just way out there. But anyway, for some reason, Siem Reap is not a hub for many for airlines, and it costs extra to go different places from Siem Reap. So what I have to do is I have to go fly to Phnom Penh or take a bus to Phnom Penh and get the cheap flight to Manila or wherever out of Phnom Penh. That just seems to be the way it is. So I'm just casually searching over different flight apps to find out what possibility is there for a cheap flight from Phnom Penh to Manila, and hopefully get it within the under $100 range, or if not less. But if not, I'll do what I have to do. But just try and get the cheapest price possible. We'll see what happens when I get there in the Philippines. I don't plan on staying there. I plan on coming back to Cambodia. But I want to get this process going with the VA and see what they say. So, and if something comes of it, and that's great. If not, then life goes on. You do what you have to do. So, all of these things I've been working on and contemplating. I haven't taken a whole lot of video. And like I say, it's because it's been raining. And also I need to find a stand. The stand that the phone is on right now I'm using my iPhone to take these videos. The stand that the phone is on right now is a big, huge, clunky thing meant for like a camera. And I got it propped up there. And so I'm gonna go find a proper iPhone selfie stick handle so I can take video with my iPhone and not have to carry the, like this and point it. So, I'll get that done. I'm not trying to be lazy or anything, trust me. I've just been doing so much and talking to so many people that you wouldn't believe the amount of people I've talked to. It's incredible. And you learn new things from everybody. So it's this whole time I've been here has been like a crazy, huge learning experience. And I'm having a great time doing that. I will eventually get to more stuff showing around town, showing you the market and all that. I mean, those are easy, cheap videos that are not a problem. But I want to get, like I said, I want to get my selfie stick. Another thing I was going to talk about. Throughout, sprinkled in there throughout I think I've got like 160 some videos, almost 170. I always talked about minimalism, and I thought that I was getting things whittled down to, you know, the bare minimum, not even close. I am going to figure out how to put everything into a backpack, and that's all I'm going to need is a backpack, because the amount of clothes I brought here, I don't even need that suitcase over there. I'm just going to toss everything out, because the stuff that I use, all you need is like six or 7 days of clothes, which means, you know, 5 or 6 sets of shorts, and I'm talking like the summer shorts, you know, like the ones you'd wear playing volleyball or running around your backyard squirting each other with a hose. Those kind of shorts. Some underwear, socks, gone. Never gonna wear socks here. I bought a pair of Crocs, which I never thought I would do. I bought a pair of Crocs. I'm wearing Crocs now, believe it or not. Tennis shoes. I bought a brand new pair of tennis shoes to bring here. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna wear them. I don't even need them. I don't want tennis shoes on, because your feet get so hot here in this kind of weather that it's ridiculous wearing tennis shoes. Now, if you're gonna go somewhere where you have to walk around, you know, take a hike or something, it's better to walk around in tennis shoes than it is in Crocs, believe me. But just cruising around town and stuff, I don't need anything but these Crocs. And believe me, the Khmer people here, they wear less than that. They wear flip-flops all day. I mean, the guys that were putting a roof on they were putting a brand new roof on the old market that I sit across from. I sat out there and watched them guys. All those construction guys are wearing flip-flops, which blows my mind. You know, you'd think in America, if those guys were in America, they'd be wearing, you know, hardened toed, the tips hardened with, you know, work boots and glass, you know, safety glasses and, you know, safety helmet, all you know, safety hat, whatever, all this crap with reflectors and all this other stuff all over them. Now, I'm not saying safety isn't, you know, key, but you come here, it's out the window. I mean, most of the rest of the world, except for the Western world, that stuff is out the window. They just do the job and they don't care how they're dressed or you know, whatever. So, and they got it done. It blows my mind. I didn't see anybody get hurt or nothing, so that's a good thing. But anyway, so I got Crocs, and I'm probably gonna I'm probably gonna get one pair of slip-on. I saw some in the market a while back. There are these slip-ons that you just slip your foot into, and they have like an elastic thing that'll allow the top of your foot to expand in there. I'm gonna get a pair of those slip-ons that look just like tennis shoes, but they're not. They were very airy, should I say. They allow the air to come in and out. I think they're made out of, like, you know, good material that lets air come in and out. But anyway, I might get a pair of those and toss the rest of my shoes. Just goodbye. So I don't need those. I don't need that. Most of the clothes I brought, I'm tossing out. I don't even need them. I don't need those. They're too hot anyway. Like, I bought some shorts that were like cargo shorts that were proper shorts that you know, button and zipped and all that. No, you don't need any of that crap here. You don't need any of that. You just need comfort, and the stuff that I'm wearing now is just comfort stuff and wick-away stuff. That's all you need. I mean, you can get a little bit fashiony with it, you know. I don't know if that's a word, fashiony, but a little more fashionable with it if you want. That make, you know, they make some shorts that look like they're more formal for shorts, I guess. You know, more British safari looking kind of shorts type thing, if you know what I'm talking about. They have some of those kind of things, but yeah, who cares? Nobody's judging you here. Nobody cares. So that's another thing that's gotten me totally turned around and making minimalism. I'm gonna fit everything. I'm gonna get rid of my laptop. I don't even need it. Laptop, cameras that I've got, I'm gonna get rid of it all. I'm gonna take it to the pawn shop or sell it to some Kamai person that wants it. I'm gonna get rid of it all. All I need is my phone. I mean, I can edit everything on my phone. I'm not gonna make some kind of channel that has some crazy minute and a half intro with me doing somersaults and all that. No, with stars flashing. I'm not doing that. That's silliness. All I need is a phone, me talking or me taking pictures, and a little bit of an editing situation so I can piece things together, which I have on there. iMovie does it for me. So I don't need anything but my phone. My phone, my wallet, my keys, if I have a motorbike. But I mean my phone, my wallet, my passport. That's it. And your clothes, your toiletries, and you can even scale those down to fit in a smaller package. And that's it. I can fit all that stuff in a backpack. The backpack that I brought all my electronic crap in. I mean, I'm minimalizing down to a backpack. So all I have to do is put a backpack on my back and walk out the door, and I could be on a plane and go to Kathmandu, which I'm gonna go eventually. And I'm gonna play that song when I'm in Kathmandu, because I know they do in the bars, they've got to. Bob Seger, here's to you, brother, because I'm gonna be there. Anyway, one of these days in the next couple years. But anyway, if I need to go to Kathmandu and it's cold up there, because it does get cold, I'll buy a pair of socks. I'll buy a pair of sweatpants or whatever, or a pair of pants. I'll buy it. It's cheap. Everything's cheap out here. Everything's cheap in Southeast Asia. It comes from China and it's all garbage stuff. It's cheap. And then once you're done with it, you toss it out. You don't even need it anymore. So I'll do that. Because I don't want to haul stuff around. That's the thing. If I can get on an airplane, just walk on and walk off with a backpack, that's all I need. I don't even want to deal with something, a suitcase and this and that and having all this garbage going down to baggage claim. No, none of that. Just pack and go. That's one thing that I've learned a lot here, is how to do all that and how to get to that point. Now, I remember when I was in the Marine Corps, we had these rucksacks that we packed full of stuff. And I remember how we folded stuff in and we rolled it up into balls. I rolled it up into, I don't know how you say it, rolled up into like you would roll up for pizza dough or not pizza dough, but for pretzels. Like you'd roll it up in this long tube-like thing. Well, you'd roll up your shirts like that, you'd roll up everything like that, and you'd stuff them in there, and you could pack in tons of stuff that you wouldn't normally pack in that backpack, in that rucksack. But this backpack is not much bigger than that rucksack when I was in the Marine Corps. And I'm gonna fit my entire life in that rucksack. Excuse me. And that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be really cool because it's not getting out of my sight. So everything I have is in that rucksack, or in that backpack. But organization gives me the willies. I love it. It gives me like, well, I don't know about the willies. I mean, it gives me excitement. I'll say. I won't say other things. It gets me excited, and that's organization. If you can fit everything you own, everything you need to go travel and do things in a backpack, that's pretty impressive. I think it's cool. Anyway, that's where I'm going. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm learning like you wouldn't believe. I'm on the learning curve you wouldn't believe. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to take some more video of around town. I know a lot of people want to see stuff around in Siem Reap. I mean, I see it every single day, so it's hard for me to think about it like that. But I will do it though. I've got to get my selfie stick. Got to do that because it's impossible to take video holding the phone like this. So I'm gonna get a selfie stick. I'll take some more videos of different stuff. I'm not gonna do any more of those long distance videos. I thought that you could do it with like the earplugs in and you could talk in the earplugs and it would come out. No, those videos suck. So I'm not gonna do that. Where I'm standing apart and somebody else is holding it up or put it on a stand or something. I'm not doing those videos anymore. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that's what's going on in my life. learning is going on right now. I'm getting way ahead in my advancement as a slow traveler in the world, and I'm just totally excited about it. And I'm not trying to blow off the channel, or it's been like, over a week since I put out a video. I'm sorry to do that, but it's just been raining, and I haven't had a chance to get. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to that. But I haven't had a chance to go video anything, so I thought, well, you know what? Damn it, it's gonna rain today too. But I mean, I wanted to stay before I take off and go get breakfast. I wanted to make a video and tell everybody that that's what's going on and what's really going on in my life, and what's moving forward. I'm not just blowing off my channel. I've got to get some videos out there, and I know that everybody wants to see it. I'm trying to. I empathize. Trust me. I watch YouTube all the time, and when my favorite YouTubers don't put up a new video, I'm like, where is it at? And I'm not saying I'm anybody's favorite YouTuber, but I mean, if you watch me, you're probably like, why isn't he putting out a video? So that's my apology. I'm gonna get some more videos out there. I just want to let you know what's going on in my life right now, and how wonderful it's happening. Things are going out here, and who I'm meeting and what I'm learning, and it's just been great. And I will fill you in with more, and I'll show more. I just have to. I was gonna do a video of the gym that I go to, but I haven't gone to the gym because my leg's been bothering me, my hip. So, that whole thing was a pain in the neck. So I didn't have a video there. I was gonna do a video of the market, but it's been raining like a crazy thing all the time, and they are putting a new roof on it, so there was this construction crap in front of it and everything. So it was just, okay, I'll get it, the next day when they get done or when it stops raining. And it never did. So that's why I'm making this video. Anyway, enough of me blabbing on the video here. You guys have a great day or great night, whatever it is when you watch this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will talk to you very soon and let you know what's going on again, and see if I can get some more videos with a selfie stick, and I'll talk to you guys then. Take care now. Thank you all. Bye.